I'm walking. Not on top of the world, but I'm walking. I've lost 6 pounds. That's good. However, that's not very much. It's just, you can fluctuate that much in a day. So, but actually it was 8 pounds, I think, since the last time I went to the doctor. I think I weighed about 162 before, and I weighed 154 yesterday. Let's see, my appointment went well. I'm excited. I do feel like the Spirit led me to him. He's a specialist. I feel good about what he's going to do. I wish it was sooner, because I have to wait till November 6th. And then it's still going to be a series of putting liquid in. In other words, they're going to put an expander in where they took my breast out. And then they'll be putting saline solution in every 7 to 10 days or something like that to stretch the skin till it gets to the right size. And then there'll be a surgery where they go in and take that out and put in a silicone pouch. He assured me that it's not the way it used to be, so if the silicone does leak inside, it's not gonna kill me. That is a concern. But they said if I have just the saline deal in there, I could get a flat tire. So that don't sound good either, having to go in and have another surgery or something. But actually, that thing there's some kind of a metal thing in there, and then they can find that and they know where to put in the liquid. So, if that stayed in there, they could just put in liquid and no, if they need to patch it up, they couldn't. It's really not a funny subject, is it? Nope, it's not. But I do feel good about this doctor. He's a specialist. I don't know if I said that already, but I met somebody that knew a friend who had surgery with him. And she had already had a problem, whereas she got infected inside and it was all a mess. And I guess maybe they weren't even in the right places. Doesn't sound good. Sounds horrible. But anyway, that's not what this doctor fixed her. Okay? And I met with that same woman. I met her friend. That's how I found out about her. We took the dogs in to get their nails done. I was just hanging out, waiting and waiting. Dad was in the car. So when you got cabin fever, you kind of talk a lot. So I told her all about my situation. And then she happened to have a friend, which is the lady I was just talking about, that had a botched up surgery, an infection from one of those expanders that they're fixing to put in me. But this is the guy that fixed everything. And the lady met with me. We talked for a couple hours about my ointment and learned a lot about her, and we hugged when she left, and she slowly pulled her tank top over until her breast was mostly out. So she showed me. Not bad. There's scar tissue, but nice round bulge. So that's okay. It's better than being a cave. I have a cave in my chest right now. They took it right down to my rib cage. The tumor was, I think, about 4.5 inches. I don't know. Nevertheless, hopefully soon I will at least look better in my clothes. We'll see. He said because what they're going to do is a lift on one side, the one breast that I have, and then they'll fill up the saline deal on the other side until it matches. And then they'll go in and put it in the pouch and fix me up. So that'll be nice. It'd be nice to fill out your clothes. Still look good. Just maybe not when you're undressed. But anyway, I'll be walking here and I'll be talking to y'all. You guys is what they say in Utah. And my word is something they say in Utah. But y'all is something they say in North Carolina, which is where I was born. I lived there until I was in the 7th grade. We moved to Utah. I lived in North Ogden. I was in the 7th grade. I was freaking out because that's the first time I ever been to a school where you had 7 classes in a day. I had to figure out the school and where to go and all that stuff. How nerve-wracking. I had nightmares about that. But anyway, so we were there for the 7th grade. And I'm not even sure if we were there for the full year. But we might have been. But we moved back to North Carolina. So we were in North Ogden and moved back to North Carolina the next year. I was in the 8th grade in a place called Smithville, North Carolina. And our last name was Smith. That's my maiden name, Smith. Smith and Jones. But anyway, I don't know. All I know is I'm walking. I think the neighbors are moving. I think they've been cleaning up, getting ready. This other neighbor just moved, sold the house. You know, they figured it was time to sell because prices are high. But you know, if you got to go out and replace it, are you sure you can replace it? Anyway, I don't know. Life is a bowl of cherry pits. You know, I wonder if cherry pits are good for you. They have said that avocado pits are. I mean, the avocado seed, dry it out and chop it up, and it's good for you somehow. Anyway, this has not been a very long walk. I need to go in for a second, and then I'll come back out because it feels pretty good out here. I just gotta go.